Hey guys, Mr. Simonini here. How's it going? Happy Monday. This video is about the test review. It's the first test review you're going to have to do. There's a total of 2 that you're going to have to complete. Both test reviews, if you put them together, are pretty much going to be like the test that you're going to have to take on Thursday. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So the first 3 questions is all about finding vertex in the 3 different forms that you need to know for quadratics. So for number 1, this is in vertex form. So if you look here, I'm going to get a color. Remember, in vertex form, it's really easy to find the vertex. Remember, to find the x of the vertex is the opposite of what's inside. So in this case, it will be the opposite of -5 is 5. So the x of the vertex would be 5. And then whatever number is afterwards, that is the y of the vertex. So in this case, the vertex would be 5, 7. You can look at my answer key to check to make sure you got that down too. Second one is in standard form because you have A, B, and C. Remember, in this case, A is 3, B is -24, C is 5. In order to find the x of the vertex, remember what you do is you do the opposite of B all over 2A. Or in other words, you might see me put -B over 2A. So in this case, what you do is you use 24 over 2 times 3. And then you can find the x of the vertex. Now remember, in order to find the y of the vertex, you plug in your answer from above. You can use your calculator. Remember, decimals.com is something you can use. Or your phone, your iPad calculator, whatever you need to do to figure out what this is. Whatever answer you get there, you plug that number in to x, in both x's, in order to find the y of the vertex. Again, look at my answer key if you need a little bit more guidance with that. Number 3, factored form. This is probably the most difficult one because what you need to do is you have to be able to find the x-intercepts first. The x-intercepts are just the opposites of these numbers. So if you look there, the opposite of 8 and the opposite of -20 will be -8 and 20. This is always the case. In order to find the x of the vertex in factored form, again, whenever you have like a parenthesis times a parenthesis, what you need to do is you need to find both x-intercepts, which are the opposites. Then you have to add them together, so it'd be -8 plus 20. And you always, this is always 2. You always divide it by 2. The reason why you do that is because you're finding the middle. You're finding the middle of those 2 numbers. Or in other words, you're finding the average of -8 and 20 because the x of the vertex lies in the middle of your x-intercepts. So just to be clear, that is always. Let me put it on this side because I want to make a blank for you. Again, this is always true. So whatever answer you get, again, use your calculator to figure this out. Again, get your answer. And then what you do is whatever answer you get here, you plug that answer in to get the y of the vertex. Again, you can look at my answer key that's in the Schoology folder if you need a little bit more guidance. Number 4. Number 4 is just about being able to read a graph. I think you should be able to get the vertex. Remember, the axis of symmetry is the x of the vertex. So if you're wondering what the axis of symmetry is, it's just the x of the vertex. Remember, whenever it opens up, right, our vertex is a minimum, or we say min. Whenever it opens down, our vertex is a maximum. So if you look here, this one would be a minimum. Again, you can look at my answer key to check that too. 5, just remember, you're just sketching a graph here, and all I care about is the vertex and which way it opens. And remember, the range tells you which way it opens in these questions. So whenever it's y to infinity, your range, remember that means your parabola opens up. If you look at the next question, number 6, again, the range, this is telling you which way it opens, because whenever it's -infinity, this is a little mistake here, actually, it should be these brackets. I'll fix that. But whenever you have that going on, that means your parabola is opening down. So whenever you have -infinity to y, that means your parabola is opening down. Again, look at my answer key if you need a little bit more guidance right there. That's all the problems you're doing today. Tomorrow will be the second review. Wednesday, I'll tell you what you need to do. It's gonna be you're gonna have to fill out a Google form, and then it's gonna be a catch-up day. So I'm giving you time to catch up on any missing assignments you're going to have to do. And then Thursday will be the test day. All right, thank you. Please let me know if you have any questions.